ready to go get coffee? It's coffee time. Okay, let's go. Hi, Dad. Ready? Let's go get coffee at my favorite spot. So, gonna go get coffee before running the rest of the errands. Oh, I pressed the button.
No, sandwich. I should share with you.
Oh yeah, and then we're gonna go run errands, and then our furniture is actually getting picked up today by someone, so yeah. Into the elevator we go. Kind of dark in here, but yeah. Oh, they tagged it. How sad. Used to be so pretty. Favorite place to go for coffee. Haven't been here in a while. I used to actually come here all the time when Morocco was gone, but oh, it is sunny. There we go. Okay. Just taking a walk. It's really nice here. I usually get the same thing, so I already know what I'm gonna get when I walk in there. And it's really nice because we made a friend actually who's one of the baristas here. So it's just a cute little fun spot to go to. I really like it. It tastes delicious. And of course they have my oat milk. Never run out. So yeah. Bye. Okay, so we got our coffee. I didn't bring you guys in because I'm still nervous about bringing the camera everywhere, and I don't want to feel like I'm putting it in people's faces. So I didn't show you guys. Rick feels like I should have showed you guys, which I kind of agree, but I'm still a little bit shy. But it's actually embarrassing because when we walked in, there's two baristas that, oh my gosh, it's dark. Let me find some light. Okay, there's two baristas that know us, and when I went to the front of the line, the cashier takes my order. Sorry, oops. The cashier takes my order, and then as soon as I pull over to the side after I finish paying and all that, like, she literally the barista has my drink ready because they know my order. They know I get exactly the same thing every time. So I actually get an iced white mocha with oat milk. So that's literally what I get all the time, and it never disappoints. But yeah, so now it's time to finish running errands, head back to the house, and then continue on with our days. So catch you guys later. Okay, so Annie's right here with me. Okay, so hey guys. Oh, okay, doggy interruption. Annie, love you, but hold on, mommy's trying to vlog. Okay. Oh, okay, let's just stay here. Okay. All right, Annie. Hey guys, good morning. So it's actually the next day. Yesterday I didn't get to vlog as much as I would have wanted to. We actually just ended up staying out almost all day. So excuse Benny, he likes to bark at everything. So I went ahead and obviously I vlogged in the morning, you know, when we went to go get our coffee, aka just my coffee. And then I went ahead and vlogged just a little bit of us being in the store, getting some like little Tupperware that my husband wanted. And after that, we actually just ended up going to get clothes for baby girl that I picked up from somebody. And then, oh my gosh, what else did we do? And then we actually came home. Excuse me, we actually came home, and then we had to start putting all of our clothes in boxes and stuff because someone actually bought our furniture set. For the exception of the bed frame, which actually worked out better that way because now we can just sleep on the bed still and, you know, not have to put it on the floor just yet. But they took all of our furniture, you know, our 2 dressers and 2 nightstands, and so that was gone. We had to help with the move and all that. So we ended up staying at home till that was picked up, till that was finished. And then eventually I sent my husband to Home Depot so he could go ahead and get some totes for us to take onto the plane because we're entitled to kind of a lot of luggage whenever we travel under orders through the military. So we're going to be taking advantage of that. So I want to start putting things slowly into those totes, like our memorables, especially like we have a keepsake book for a baby girl, our pictures, things I don't want to get damaged through the move, through the military, that I would rather take with us and have right away throughout our travel. So I want to start putting things slowly into that. But our house is totally a mess right now. It's super chaotic. You can see in the background that we actually also sold our dinner table, so we don't even have a dinner table right now, which isn't too bad. But even when I come home now from like either going out or whatever, and I'm trying to put my stuff down somewhere, I have nowhere to put anything. So it's just it's an interesting feeling knowing that we're slowly getting rid of things and it's becoming more real. And as I'm packing, it's just, no, you guys are fine, it's okay, it's okay. And then as we're packing, it's just like, you realize sometimes too how much clutter you have in your house that you shouldn't really have in the first place. So I'm also really excited to just get rid of a lot of stuff that we haven't used for a while, or just a lot of the clutter that we had, and then start anew. These dogs are just always on 100 when it's the morning. Sorry I didn't bring you guys along. So update on the dogs. Actually, speaking of the dogs, they went ahead and went to the vet. Their shots are updated for both Annie and Benny. Fun little story time. So my husband actually took the dogs to the vet by himself while I was here at home because they replaced our AC unit. So I was here, you know, while they were doing that. He goes ahead and takes them to the vet, and I had mentioned to him that, hey, we really don't have the budget right now for them to have updated shots. You know, we can eventually get them before we travel because we have to, but right now it's like not in the budget because we have a lot more things to pay for that are a little bit more important. So he was like, yeah, you know, whatever. And I was like, okay, just wanted to make sure that we're on the same page about that because I don't want there to be any surprises. So he's like, yeah, okay. And then, you know, we said our goodbyes, goes to the vet, I stay here, and he actually isn't at the vet for long. So he comes home maybe like 20-30 minutes later, which isn't obviously bad for the vet, especially having two dogs because they were both seen. And he comes home and, you know, I asked him how it went. I was like, how was it with the dogs, you know? And he was like, oh, it was fine, you know, whatever. And then I was like, okay, like nothing new, like everything is good. And he was like, oh, well, like they got their shots. And I was like, so I make a face and I'm like, oh my gosh, like how much did that cost? And he looked at me just with like a plain straight face and he's like, oh, it was free. And I was like, free? And he was like, yeah, it was free. And I should have known at that point that maybe something was a little wrong, but I just kind of figured, I was like, you know, maybe I'm wrong, and maybe the way I remember it is like, you know, you have to pay for shots when they're getting updated, or, you know, just outside of like PCS season or when you're traveling for orders. But I was like, maybe they're free when you're traveling on orders and stuff, you know, whatever the case may be. So I was just kind of like, okay, I didn't think twice about it, which was odd of me even. So I didn't think too much of it, and once he came home and dropped off the dogs, he asked if I wanted anything for lunch. And I was like, yeah, like a Subway sandwich would be really good because we have like a little Subway right here, like, you know, like 3-minute drive. So he goes ahead and goes to get me my Subway sandwich while I stay home. And as I'm home taking care of baby girl, I get a call on my phone and it's from the vet clinic. And I answer and I'm like, hello? And they're like, is this Alyssa? And I'm like, yes, it is. And they're like, oh, is Ricardo there? And I was like, no, but may I ask who's calling and why? They're like, oh, it's the vet. If you could have him come back to the clinic because he actually forgot to pay. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. I'll go ahead and send him back over when he comes home. I'll let him know. So he is like on his way to like drop off my sandwich at the house because we have each other's location so I can see. And I see that he's already pulled up to the house, but then I open the door for him because I'm anticipating him to come inside already. And I noticed that he actually pulls into the driveway, he sits there for a hot minute, and then he ends up pulling away and driving away. So I'm thinking like maybe this dude just went back to work, he's stealing my sandwich, and I'm like, oh my god, no, like I really wanted my sandwich, I was really hungry. So I start calling him and I'm like, where are you going? And he's like, oh, I have to head back to the vet. And I'm like, oh yeah, because you forgot to pay. And he's like, yeah. He's like, I'll drop off your sandwich later, you know. So I was like, okay. So he goes to, you know, pay the vet, and then he heads back home, gives me my sandwich, and so we have like a little talk. I'm like, boy, how in the world did you think that vet shots were free? And I was like, and actually, you did end up telling me that Annie had her blood taken, you know, to test for heartworms. And he was like, well, they told me to just exit through the lobby. So I did. I'm like, yeah, dude, you can exit through the lobby. You don't have to like go through the back door, just exit through the lobby. But then you go up to the front and you pay your vet bill. And he's like, well, they didn't say that. And they saw me walk out with both the dogs. And I was honestly just really concentrated on them because they were tugging on the leash and stuff. So yeah, I just thought it was free. And so I was like, okay, well, it's not, you know, whenever you get shots. So that's actually really funny. But yeah, so long story short, they're updated on their shots. They're ready for travel. Should they need it? Well, they need it, but they're ready for travel when the time comes. And they're looking pretty healthy. Annie is actually only 18 pounds, which I was worried about that she was actually over 20 to exceed the limit for her to be in cabin. So she might actually be able to fit in cabin even though she is kind of a larger weenie dog. I'm convinced she's mixed with something, but you know, she's still a cute little weenie. And then Benny is 15 pounds, so he'll for sure fit underneath the cabin. I'm not too worried about him. But Annie, we're gonna just try and see. I want to probably end up weighing her. We have actually a carrier for her for in cabin. So I want to go ahead and put her in it and then take her to the vet again to weigh her to see if she exceeds the limit. Because if we can just keep her at this weight, I mean, we don't overfeed her or anything. If we can keep her at this weight, then she'll obviously be able to go in cabin, and then we'll be set as to how we want our flight plans to be. So right now we're just gonna end up sending in hopefully our housing application. We don't anticipate choosing house actually until we get there, just because the layouts look a lot different, you know, on the internet rather than in person. And you know, this might be a home that we stay in for a while, so we kind of just want to be super sure as to what our house is going to be. So yeah, that's a little update. And what else? That's it so far, you guys. I'll go ahead and show you guys kind of what our house looks at right now. It looks like a mess. Everything is super chaotic. Everything is all over the place. And I low-key thought that getting rid of things little by little would kind of declutter the house and make it neater. I was totally wrong. It actually makes it messier, which is odd that I thought that it would actually make it cleaner rather than messier. But you know, here we are, and we have almost no furniture now. It's kind of funny, but it's just an interesting feeling because it's becoming surreal that we're actually moving, and we're going to be moving kind of soon. And tell me why I'm already having dreams that we're moving. And in my dream last night, we were already going to be boarding the plane, but we didn't have plane tickets for the dogs yet. So we were stressing about that. We almost missed our flight, and I woke up like in a panic because I was like, oh my god, the dogs, like what are we going to do about the dogs? But you know, I woke up and thankfully we're still here on island. Nothing bad has happened to us or the dogs, so I'm like, okay, cool. But yeah, so that's it so far, you guys. Just gonna show you a little bit of the house, and that's about it. Also, I did actually manage to make my coffee today. Did not go on a little hot girl walk to get my coffee, trying to save money that way. Because, you know, I realized for sure that every little penny counts, especially if you buy a coffee every day. Now, it's not to say that obviously all the money you spend on coffee, if you're like me and you get one almost every day, is like makes a difference in like the super long run, but like it kind of does. So I know that kind of doesn't make sense, but that's my thinking of it. But mostly because we're moving and we have a lot of big things coming up. So yeah, baby girl is actually waking up from her nap right now, so I will go ahead and catch you guys later. So this is what our house looks like. One Christmas present so far. Getting rid of stuff, trying to pack a little bit of things, giveaway box, broken stuff. And then we have gotten rid of a little table that we had right here. So we have some stuff just sitting on the floor. Next is to try and clear all of that, this room. And then we have our bedroom, just a frame. And mattress are still here, but we got rid of the dresser over here. The nightstands, of course, and then the dresser that went here. This is our little DIY furniture for now. Don't mind the messy bed. We are in the process of getting ready to move, so everything looks like a mess right now. But this is what our life looks like. And then actually, this room is slowly coming together. Hi Benny, you need to be groomed. But yeah, we have like our trash and everything, things that we need to wash, like the bigger comforters and stuff. Of course, our little shampooer in the corner, just having a little time out. But yeah, also you can tell that I am an excellent person to patch up your wall needs. So if you need anything patched up for your walls, please let me know. Look at that, gorgeous. Couldn't even tell that there was a hole, right? I mean, it's just clean and crisp. Then you have Benny. Say hello, Benny. 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 Say hi, babes. Are you ready to go on the plane again? Oh, I love you, Snuggle Bums. I love you. You're so beautiful. My little Japanese doggy. So, like I was saying, but that's about it. Don't want to overwhelm myself too much. Gotta learn to finish one project first before doing the next. Also, my bald spot is really coming through, which makes me sad because I used to have like, I mean, I still have pretty thick hair, but you know, just the side is not cooperating totally fine. It's also really humid in this room. Ever since they put in the new AC unit, it gets like odd temperatures. Like sometimes it'll be like really chilly and I'm like, it doesn't even feel like 72. Like the lowest we can put it is at 72. And I'm like, okay, it's kind of chilly, but then like right now, maybe it's because we're not in this room a lot, or I don't know, the sun hits it a little different than like the other bedrooms. But yeah, so that's just about it. It's a process moving, especially with the military, because you can't really plan in advance. You have to wait for their approval and you have to wait for the command to go ahead and send out like their okays. So it definitely makes it a lot more stressful sometimes because you don't have total control of your own move, which is really crazy sometimes. But yeah, so that's about it. Also, be sure to like and subscribe and go ahead and click that notification bell to get notified whenever I post a new video. So yeah guys, catch you on the next video. Don't know when that will be. And also go ahead and comment below what kind of videos you'd like also, because we have a lot of things coming up, mainly just the move. But yeah, if you guys have anything that interests you or anything that you guys would like to see, I already got kind of the morning routine or a day in my life. I'll try and bring you guys along more with those, especially that we have a lot more coming up for our days and stuff. But yeah, so comment below what you guys would like to see on my channel and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye guys!